Oh shit. Hello everybody. We have cold coffee and we have um a lazy podcast. I have not prepared my notes. I mean I've been doing a lot of this, doing a lot of just note taking like that, and I've been getting a lot of scams. So I got it. That's I guess we'll just open with this. I don't know what it is. If one of these goddamn companies that I give my information to, I don't know if they fucking leaked my information or what, but goddamn do I get a lot of garbage in the mail. In the email and in the real mail. Oh shit, I forgot. I forgot to start recording this. Let's start recording now. Cool. So this is a little bit of the pre-show. I've already. Oh, good. I still have my good grinder up here. I figured I would grind up some flour and get completely lit for the show, making offensive accents. And if you are the type of person to be easily offended, you should please find the door now. I'm not one of these jerks that gets a kick out of offending people. I am not a troll, but I do not, oh, here we are. I do not, I'm not one of these. God, it sounds great. This is such a great camera, by the way. It's a camera made by Speedal, Spedal. Here's a review. I bought it on Amazon. It's fantastic. Great picture, great audio. I'm not sure where the audio is coming from, but who cares? So, but man, just getting a lot of junk mail. You know what I mean? Um, Constantly junk text. I hate it. Just local politics and crap. Um, oh man, there might be a bit of moisture on this. I don't know that I have a lighter. I hope I do. Oh, there's one if I get desperate. It's not a great one, but it's a lighter nonetheless. Oh, come on, you fuck shit. Oh, there goes a whole bunch of viewers by dropping swear words at the beginning of the video. I got this crappy little. So like, I actually have a better grinder technically than this. But what I don't like about my fancy giant golden metal grinder is that it tends to the flour tends to stick to it, and I'm not a big fan of that. It's highly annoying. And as you can see, I'm doing this outside in a construction area. Things end up on this table, and then they go to that table. And this table's getting a little busy. Burping. And then like 47 water bottles behind the camera. Because I just keep bringing them out here, and I keep forgetting that they are actually here. Let's see if I can. It's mostly clean, no bitching about the bong. See if I can get. See what I can do here. See if we can. Oof. Might have a bit too much water in this guy. Does not taste good. Oh, there's a bunch of green in there. Shit. Oh, well. Oh, God, that was gross. I don't think there's any way that I got backsplash from the water. I think this is just a bad piece of glass. There's only one brand that I'm familiar with, and it is MIO, made in Oregon. They make very good glass. If you buy something from them, tell them BlakeStone, new BlakeStone on YouTube, or the Weed Goku on Twitter sent you. Maybe they'll find me and do me a favor. They make very good bongs. Their bongs are not showy, but their bongs are very high quality. Let's see who's in the chat. Who is in the chat? Who is in the chat? Nobody. Hi. Hi-yo. I will share the video on X at Chael Sonnen because I tweet him all the time. At let's go hashtag PKA because fuck them. Um, um, I'm adding all kinds of weird people because I can. Dana White, uh, David Abrams. Where's fucking at New Wombat? Shipwreck. All these people are worth following and worth giving a kind and friendly comment. And I mean mean that. If you're following me on Weed Goku, be kind to all the people that I associate myself with. Some of these people I follow are scary people. I wouldn't want to bother them. And that's not a threat. I'm very careful with some of the people I chat to. At I think this might be it. Fuck it. At Bill Nye for no good reason. Alright, fuck this. Copy link, share to my buddies. I don't know why this is so hard to smoke out of. I really don't. Could be shitty glass. Could be anything, I don't know. Didn't mean to. Because all this, fuck my life. Because all this flour is just, it's not hitting good. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's just cheap, shitty glass or what it is. I just need to stop playing games and go to Mary Jane's and buy a good bong. That's a good shop, Mary Jane's. Here's the problem with being like a weed YouTuber. Um, I get a hunch that YouTube is not a fan. Nobody is. Nobody that is associating with subscribers is a fan of weed these days. Almost everybody hates weed. They treat it like some kind of kiss of death for their business. But I don't see it that way in 2024. Like, look at Call of Duty, right? Call of Duty is one of the biggest brands out there. Call of Duty is not scared of weed. Call of Duty has a literal man made out of weed on their game. You can buy this skin and play as him. I have this skin. I had to. I wasn't even that inspired by the skin. I just thought it was stupid and I had to buy it because it was so stupid. It made me laugh how stupid it was. But it was not it was not a joke that took time for people to put together, right? It was someone like was like, people like that weed. What kind of weed should we put in our game? And he's like, we can make a guy out of weed. And somebody greenlit greenlit what I said right there about the man made of weed, and it was a lazy idea but hilarious. So I bought this Grinch made out of weed, and I actually got him with the idea of hiding in the bushes a little bit. You know, like I can camouflage better if he's literally made of plant material. So sometimes I'm an asshole and I just lay down in the bushes and it's hard to see me. And that is what it is. But everybody's scared of weed. Everybody's terrified of having weed associated with their brand, having stoners associated with their brand. And I feel like YouTube kneecaps the weed tubers. If you're posting any content about weed, or if you're getting stoned while you're making your content, if you're about weed in any way, for some reason it's just hard to get views. And I know no one fucking knows who I am on this goddamn platform or any other platform. I'm not naive of my lack of popularity, because I don't have time to commit to this. I do what I can, and I post it, and I get in my fucking car, and I do deliveries to make a few bucks. That's my life. So I'm aware no one watches my shit. But it's funny that I'll post garbage content about nothing. That'll get 400 views. If I post something about weed, it gets 3 views. It never goes anywhere. This is a weed channel. I don't know how I got all these subscribers if they're not here for the weed. But regardless, um, where was I going with this? Yeah, it's if anybody wants to donate to New BlakeStone on the Cash App, find me there. $ New BlakeStone. I make this damn content, and I hope that yeah. See, here I am. I don't want to show my screen. I'm paranoid about that, but I make this stupid content in the hopes that it'll go somewhere. But subscribe. Nobody wants to be associated with weed, and that's a problem. So donate, please, and thank you. But regardless, and tell your friends. Like we're gonna have to grow this our way. We can't depend on the YouTube algorithm to do this for us, because the YouTube algorithm is middle fingers all day if you smoke weed. Even if it's legal in your state, then it's fuck you. Prove me wrong. Prove me fucking wrong. But when was the last time you saw a stoner on the front page? Never. Well, I don't know if that matters anymore with YouTube serving you content based on what you like. Regardless, let's move forward. Move forward with the show. I'm doing a podcast. Watch it. Keep talking. I don't care. I'll get to you later. Oh, he's watching me text him in real time. Okay. Where's my shitty notepad? So, let's start with news. Um, so I think it was a Joe Rogan clip I saw where maybe this is bull. I'm not. All the shit that I say could be bullshit on this show when it comes to news stories. So, you can fact check it yourself. Don't take anything I say seriously. If I hear a funny story, I'm not gonna let facts get in the way of it. No, I just don't have time to double check on this shit. But I'm also not here to. Let's talk about me before I talk about the news. Let's talk about gel blasters. So about a year or so ago, our poor dog got sprayed by a skunk. And then I invested in a Nerf gun, which I have misplaced, which really concerns me. Anyway, but I got this Nerf blaster, or this gel blaster, and, oh shit. So, what am I hitting here? So we got so I don't have the black light on this bitch yet. I need to ship back the one I got and get a name brand one, but I got this thing cranked up almost all the way. I dialed it back down mostly because I was a little concerned about the strength of this thing, but because they got this knob on the back, and it's also where you can fit your shoulder stock. The shoulder stock just adds more to the gun and it gets in the way. I've also got a strap somewhere. Anyway, so it uses these balls, these gel balls, and it stings like a son of a bitch. And oh shit! So it's I don't know if you saw it come back, but these gel balls have been sitting in a container for a while. And, it's got a lot of fucking power. And so, I'll tell you a story. Oh, and I also duct tape a fucking flashlight to this thing. I want to be like that. Because a year ago the dog got sprayed by a skunk. I got Nerf guns, and now I got this. Um, I got real guns. I got a few. That's not what this is about. I can shoot whatever I need to defend myself and my pets and my property and all that. Well, I don't know about shooting people over property, but that's a different story. I don't always want to. I never want to. So I have this. I got this because it's fucking loud and annoying. Like, you can go full auto and, oh shit, it's kind of messy. You can go full auto with this bitch and really scare something off, and it's loud. You know, it's got a motor in it. I just want to be scary and scare off animals. I got real guns for scaring off humans. I don't. I'm not a tough guy. I don't need to be impressing anybody. But I posted on in a Facebook group about this, and there was some tough guy on there like, "Oh, I got real guns for that," and I was like, "Yeah, so do I. I'd rather use this and not kill my neighbors on accident. Because if you fucking shoot your neighbors trying to shoot a fucking coyote, you're going to court. And you might be in prison forever, especially in a blue state. So, real good rule of thumb in life is just don't pull out the guns, the real guns, if you don't have to, right? So, anyway, people trying to look tough, trying to make me look like shit because I like stupid toys like this. This is the closest thing to. This is the best thing you can shoot in your yard if you live in the city legally. If you have a pellet gun, that's a no-go. If you have a BB gun, that's a no-go. Just don't. It's not smart. You're going to get in trouble. You can kill people with pellet guns. Even paintball guns, man. You hit the wrong person with that, you're going to court. You know, if the cops don't have a problem with it. So if you have pests on your property, get one of these, right? If they're real fucking pests, I mean, if they're like aggressive coyotes and bears, yeah, get the real guns out. But if you live in the city and you don't want to hurt anybody, get one of these because they're a lot of fun. You know, you can fucking. Where can I shoot this thing? I'm trying not to make a mess. Yeah, it makes a big goddamn mess. Tell you what, here. So, I'm opening this thing up because here's another problem. You got one of these motherfuckers and you got off-brand beads that have been sitting around for a while. It will just kind of fire these. It fires these beads in like a shotgun. It's really not supposed to. But it has a lot of power. I actually got to put it to use in a real life situation recently, where the cats were fighting, and I procrastinated. So, long story short, first thing happens, I hear banging around, and I go, "Is someone trying to break into the home?" The hard way through crawl space. This is weird. Whatever. Drinking my coffee. Don't care about shit right now. Hear some cats screaming shortly thereafter, and then I hear it again about 10 minutes after that, and I'm like, okay, fuck this. And I get my gel blaster. I don't have the UV light on it yet. I need to get one. But I come around the side of the house, and I just sort of do one of these. And I just I wasn't trying to hit anything. I just shot these BBs all over the yard. And the cat went running. I don't know where the second cat was. I hope he's okay. Because he was cornered underneath the house. The cat had gotten into the crawl space while he was running away. The second cat would fuck him up anytime he came out to say hello. Was being a real mean cat to the other cat. You don't want to touch cats while they're fighting because they will fuck you up just as bad as they're fucking each other up. It's bad. You'll go to the hospital and get shots. Avoid cats when they're fighting. Um, but if you have one of these, it hurts like a motherfucker, but it's not going to break their skin. It's not going to leave a wound. I shot my finger with this thing. It didn't leave a mark. I point blanked it. It really hurt. It really hurt. But get the Surge XL. 5 out of 5 from me. My only minor complaints is so the jellies that came with the gun worked great. I don't know if me upping the power and fidgeting with the gun have fucked it up in any way, but it now is just kind of firing jellies all over the place when I shoot. It's not firing them one at a time, it's shooting them out multiples. Um, these are off-brand jellies that I didn't read the instructions on, and I just made them in a... I started in a cup, and then I moved to a bowl, and then I moved to a Tupperware container. Yeah, recommend this thing highly. Get the real BBs, probably work better. Get the night fire, or whatever they call it, the black light. You can put there's a black light. It dumps BBs through. You might even be able to just attach a flashlight to this somehow, and that'll work fine. But this thing is fucking fun. I really appreciate this thing. You can take it out in the yard. I should probably view my chat every now and again, huh? Who's in the chat? Who's in the chat? Hello. Oh, hello, Dash. I didn't see you. Eat Paul Blart special. Fill it with pepper balls. You know, funny story. I've thought about that. I've thought about, like, freezing these bitches and filling it with other weird shit. Maybe I'll do something like that someday. I don't know about freezing it, though. Because as long as these things are flying off the rails inside the barrel and hitting shit, I don't know that, like, if I want them to come cleanly out the barrel. If they're not coming cleanly out the barrel and I freeze it, I'm afraid it's going to break something. So I'm just going to keep using this thing as advertised as much as possible. I don't know if I want to install a more powerful motor in this thing, because it's pretty fucking powerful right out of the box. Like, if you want something that you don't need to modify, get one of these. I really like it, man. What really should... I really want the new one to get a translucent one. It's got clear plastic and the night fire built in. I really want that. Really, if the people at Surge XL are watching this, the Gel Blaster people, if y'all are watching this, please send me the fancy new Gel Blaster with the translucent shit and the a black light and all that fancy shit. I would love to do a review, but I can't buy it. You know, I can't find it anywhere except for, I think there were nutcases on eBay trying to sell it. Forget those guys. Get a Gel Blaster. Loads of fun. Can't recommend it enough. Like, it's hard to... My shorts are falling off. It's hard to get a good... And the thing I like about these, unless you dump them out in a big pile, you'll be fine. Because they kind of just blow up on whatever you shoot. Like, goddamn, you know, I really don't want to show my house. But I have a video on the channel about this. Maybe I'll post it in the show notes. Where I kind of shoot a drum, but, like, I don't know. You can... Let's see. Move you out the way. Can we see the wall? Oh, fuck. See? They most of the time will... See, if you shoot something hard... They will blow up, and if you're, like, outside or on, like, a hard floor, you might have to do a little bit of sweeping, but this shit will dry up and almost vanish. Don't do it indoors, man. It's gonna bounce all over the fucking place. The name brand ones blew up far more often. These off-brand ones don't blow up as often. So, anyway, that's enough about the gel blaster. Fucking rad thing. It really needs a flashlight. It really should come with a flashlight, or they should make one I can attach to the rails. I don't want to buy a real flashlight for a gun because it might be a lot of money. Anyway, gel blasters, man, they're fucking rad, and it's got a selector switch too. You can even do burst fire. Watch. Bounce all over the fucking place. The issue though with these BBs, if I do this with my hand, they kind of just dump out. So 5 out of 5. Recommend. Surge XL. Next story. Moving on. I'm trying to think. I know things happened. Oh, so I saw some some shows. I saw Breaking Benjamin, who was accompanied by Stained, Daughtry, Lakeview. I think that was it. Lakeview was a bunch of goofballs. They were like Carhartt wearing blue collar tough guys. And I may have said a little bit too soon, spoiled my story. But so I see this show for Lakeview and the rest. And they're a talented band. They can make music, but they're just this like kind of like Nickelback, kind of like blue collar tough guy kind of thing. Swears a lot, says the F word 47 times in every sentence. Real silly. And I was talking to other people in the crowd after they were done, and they agreed that they used too many swear words. I'm gonna put this thing back up so birds don't come flying in here, and I'm gonna keep on talking at y'all. I don't know what I did with that other thumbtack. But anywho, so I'm so look up Lakeview's stuff. I don't know if they're as silly with their other productions, but look up their stuff. But I remember talking to God, I remember he was like, something about blue collar fucking town and all this shit, and he's like, all the hard working blue collar people, calling out the carpenters and all. And don't get me wrong, God bless including me, the hard working Americans, but like, they were just trying too hard to have an image of something that I don't know if they were about. Regardless, I'm talking to this lady who is she's an usher working there, and I said, these guys are goofballs, and she says, they're real tough guys, aren't they? And I fucking laughed, man, that was funny. And so, Daughtry, whatever, Daughtry's not for me. They did a really good version of Journey's, what's that song? Someday love will find you, break those chains that bind you. It sounds like, the Final Countdown a lot, but regardless, they nailed that song. But with the rest of their tracks, Daughtry's not for me, man. I think Daughtry is for chicks, and for some reason, Stained ended up on a lot of the same soft rock channels as Daughtry, because Stained has a few slow songs that end up intermingled with a lot of, I don't know, man. I'm just not that kind of sentimental. It's just not for guys like me. So whatever about Daughtry. Stained is a band I've always been a big fan of. My opinion about Stained is their earliest shit was real Bummer City, and as they went through their albums, he kind of gets married and grows up and calms down a lot, and kind of shows a lot of maturity, shows a lot of nuance, where he's not all about the negative shit. And then they made, what was it, like their fifth or sixth album, and it was just back to Bummer City. It was, I think, their seventh album, maybe. It came after actually, I don't know. Maybe it was their sixth album, yeah. Back to Bummer City, negative everything, and I was like, man, fuck this album, fuck these guys. They have a song called "Wannabe," which was really embarrassing to see in concert because they're like the whole song's about like their haters, and he's like, "Oh, lyrics are like something about getting peanut butter licked off your dick while you're sitting at home talking shit on the internet," and just like I don't know, it really shows that these people get to him. And I think ignoring them, don't get me wrong, fuck these guys, all these dickheads on the internet that want to talk shit, but like it was just like this corny rap rock, too cool for his style kind of shit. He's trying, I don't know. It's just not a good look, this rap rock thing. And at the end he goes, "I'm selling albums, motherfucker." I'm just like, it's corny. I don't know, man. It's real embarrassing. So they played a lot of songs that I don't think are their best songs, and I think their most popular songs, they just didn't play them. They have songs that they like, and they play the songs they like. They play the only popular songs they play are the songs that hit the they played. It's been a while outside, which like were two of their good first hits. I think their slow stuff is better than their heavy stuff. Um, and then they played a lot of the heavy tracks off their early shit that I'm just not a fan of, and so I don't know. Their performance was fine. They performed better than Breaking Benjamin, which we will get to. Um, they were fine. I could have named about half a dozen other fucking songs they could have done better, or they could have done that were better and more popular than the tracks they played. But um, then Breaking Benjamin came on and sucked ass. Like that's it. Like I mean, I guess they played the instruments fine, but I don't feel like maybe it's not their fault that it wasn't mixed right. But I just don't feel like when you hear those guitar riffs hit, you want that guitar to be, you want to hear that guitar over the other instruments just a little bit, and it was all like equalized. I couldn't hear him half the time. Half the time he wasn't even fucking singing. He talks about like, oh, thanks for being here, thanks for supporting us. We're too old to be doing this, but because of you, we can blah 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 because you support us. And the whole time I'm thinking he has not earned this. This has been a terrible fucking performance. He can't sing at all. Like he's done. He was done forever ago. And like he talks about his age, and then he's hitting the vape between sentences. I honestly think he was smoking some of this local dirt weed, because if you smoke this Portland weed and try to do a show, you're gonna have a bad time. And I've gotten high and tried to sing, and it doesn't work. You gotta fucking take 20 minutes after that bong rip. I think I think his I think they were smoking joints before the show. Um, and we got a lot of dog shit weed here. If you don't believe me, come here and start smoking weed out of our shops. You'll find out. You'll be buying some cough drops. So that and Nectar got popped for mercury and heavy metal. So there's that. Um, where was I going with this? But Breaking Benjamin did a terrible job. So I was not happy. His vocals suck. He was barely trying. He just seemed tired. Just a real bummer of a show. And the same thing goes for 10 years. A couple days later, I saw that show. Um, hold on a second. Bear with me. Okay. This is good. I'm not locked out. I had to find out. I had to make sure I was not locked out. So, yes. 10 years sucked too. I didn't care for. They had this band called, like, Resist. What was it? 10. Oh, who has contacted me? Probably a bullshit call. Okay. So, let's go. 10 years Portland show. Maybe there's still an ad up. So it was, fuck. I can't. Well, I can't fucking remember the name of this band, and I can't find a proper ticket. Um, Conquer Divide. Conquer Divide was there. It was like three chicks and a guy, and the guy would do the screamo stuff. I thought he sucked. I think he needs to not sing. I think he makes all their songs worse. Otherwise, they're just kind of a stock band. I don't think they're very impressive. I've heard 1,000 songs just like what they're doing. They have some good riffs. You know, some of the instrumentals are fine. I think they just need another chick, and they need to scream less, because I think this screamo shit has never been good. Um, and 10 years was garbage. Like, they did a horrible job. Um, didn't seem like they were even worse than Breaking Benjamin. He didn't sing for half the show. They were just letting the crowd do the work for him, and he once again, just like the guy from Breaking Benjamin, oh thanks for blah blah blah. He's like, you didn't earn any of this. This has been an awful time, and I wish I could remember more about the show, but like I don't feel like he even sang all that much. So real bummer. You know, like, stop taking money for tickets if you can't do your job. Like, that's all I gotta say about those shows. Um, that and that fucking vending machine. I had to get cash, and I had to use that machine twice because I fucked up on the amount. And so it took $6 for me just so I could get $25 out. Fuck that vending machine, or the ATM. Um, I really. Let's move on to the news. So, these goofballs were working on the Great Wall in China, and I guess they blew a hole through it to get their construction equipment through, rather than going around, because it's a huge wall, of course. I don't know. I don't know how big it is, or if a crane could hoist it over the wall. But they made a hole in the wall of China, so they're probably going to get in a lot of trouble. Like, that thing is a line of defense for China, of course, and it is also cherished by a lot of people, including the Chinese government. So they're fucked. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't mess with the Great Wall of China. I wouldn't want to find out the hard way if how important that is to them. So man, they fucked it up. They fucked it up bad. I don't really know what else to say about that. Um, Hulu went down during the extra innings. A friend of mine texted me about this. I guess there was some baseball game, and Hulu went down right during overtime. So everyone was losing their shit. I thought it was very funny because I couldn't give a shit about baseball, and I was seeing all the tweets and everyone flipping their shit and just kind of laughing about it. Um, don't have much to say about that. Um, so a few years ago, maybe last year or the year before. So some doofus decided, and don't get me wrong, I hate what they do when they do this local parade here in Portland. They block off a shit ton of exits in that part of town. It makes it impossible to get around that whole corner of the city. I hate it. Every local here with self-respect hates it. If you're a tourist, you probably love it. If you're new here, you probably love it. Fuck you if you're either of those. But regardless, they block the exits, and it makes life impossible for you if you're over there and you need to get to that part of town. If you work in that part of town, you're fucked. So this guy's like, they got all the exits blocked. So he just drives off an exit, goes up the grass embankment, around the equipment, down onto the parade, almost hits a bunch of people, gets chased by the cops, doesn't stop for the police, uh, doesn't give a shit. I thought it was hilarious. It's too bad he almost hit those people, but nobody got hurt. Hilarious. Um, I hate that fucking parade, so there was a little bit of me that was rooting for him. Anyway, um, he got convicted. He got 5 years. He earned every bit of it. What an asshole, but also kind of happy that he showed the world what a load of bullshit that parade is. He had every right to be pissed, but he didn't have every right to put a lot of people in danger. So he deserved it. I think he was a sex offender too, so yuck. Um, Liam Payne fell off a balcony. He was 31. He's the One Direction singer. I don't have any skin in this game. I'm not a One Direction fan. I don't don't know anything about One Direction except for they're a boy band, and I'm like too old. Always been too old for that. Never cared about NSYNC when they were in vogue. It's never been a type of music that's been for me. But what a bummer, fucking fall off a balcony. I guess he had just been denied a bunch of record deals, and he had made the record and everything, so that was upsetting him. Bummer, I don't get too worked up with celebrities' lives, but it's not okay when someone falls like that. That sucks. So, I feel for his family. It's real bad. So it's a real bad time. I wish I'd stopped seeing stories about it. Oh, I forgot about one more detail about that Breaking Benjamin show. I bought a ticket behind the stage from StubHub. Fuck you, StubHub. If you're watching this, StubHub, you can suck a fat one. Selling a ticket behind the stage. The whole area is blocked off behind the stage. It's a horrible seat. I knew it to begin with. I get there. I can't use my seat. They don't do shit for me in the ticket booth. Fuck StubHub. I did a chargeback. You can suck a fat one, you fucking retards. Like, god damn it. That was an unusable seat. And they just take your money and go fuck you, even when you tell them what happened. I took a picture of the stage. Like, here. Where's my... If I can find it... I don't even know if I backed up this photo is the complication. Get out of here. Oh god damn it. You know what? Google Photos is less headache. Let's see. Let's see how far back we can go. So here's the fucking play, bitch. Oh. So, I don't know if you could tell, but you can see the stage and the crowd, right? My seat was behind the stage, and they have the whole thing blocked. You can't get back there if you want to. Fuck you, StubHub. They wouldn't refund me, so I had to do a chargeback on my credit card. Bullshit. Not okay. Um, um, so Trump made this tweet. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle, be our defense against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him. We humbly pray, and do thou, O Prince of the heavenly hosts, by the power of God, cast into hell Satan and the evil spirits who prowl about the world seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. No one talks like this anymore, but he makes his post. It's Trump's not a Christian, right? Never has been, never will be. Maybe he believes in God. Maybe even believes. I mean, maybe he's a Christian in the casual sense. He doesn't go to church. He doesn't understand the doctrine, and no one talks in King James language anymore. Like even in prayer, most 99% of people don't do this. It's crazy. It's hilarious. Whenever Trump talks about God, I find it to be hilarious. He's just trying to make his Christian voters happy. Um, why? Who wrote that? Why is Trump speaking in Old English? I do not understand it. Um, I heard about this. Um, there was this guy in the army in Texas, part-time Uber driving, drops off a guy in the middle of a protest. Dude approaches his window with an AK-47. Guy pulls his pistol, shoots the guy. I don't remember if the guy. I think the guy died. Dude gets 25 years. The other dude had an assault rifle in his hands. Like, what do you expect to happen? Um, he claimed he pointed the gun, the assault rifle. So if you can't defend yourself in Texas, what the hell are we doing? Like, I'm not trying to sound like some kind of like far righter, but like we carry guns to defend our life against other people with guns, and animals. Um, animals with guns, cows with guns. You should be able to use one if you need to without going to prison. Like, what's the parameters for using your pistol these days? What's the parameter? If someone else comes on you with a gun and you can't fire your gun to defend yourself, if you can't do that, what can I'm not looking for reasons to use my guns. But what the fuck? What the fuck? Like I can't if you can't defend yourself in Texas when you really need to, where can you defend yourself? It's fucking crazy. Um there's a video online of a woman attacking a kebab shop. I saw it on Twitter. Um, by CCTV idiots on 10/13 at 7:35 a.m. They posted this video on Twitter, so find it if you can. But the woman attacks the kebab shop and shatters their door, and it's hilarious. Find this video. They threw her ass to the ground hard. She must have been super drunk. I think it was in Ireland. Funny fucking video. Um, Halo's changing to the Unreal Engine. I think this is kind of a bummer. Now, I play Halo on a Series X, and now if you've seen that game on PC, it looks amazing running in all the high settings at 120 frames per second or whatever the fuck it's running in. If you're playing on Xbox and you turn on the good graphics mode, it becomes like a 20 frames per second experience. So, that's a problem. I don't know if switching to Unreal 5 or whatever we're on, Unreal Engine we're on, I don't know if switching to Unreal is going to help them get the game to run better. I think they should just say fuck it and continue on this engine because new consoles are probably going to be out before we know it. And fuck it, this engine looks really good in high settings. I would like to see it running on better hardware. I think they should just make this engine run better on shittier hardware. Work on that. It's sad to see such a good looking engine go. I don't know why they're giving up so late in the game, but I'm the only one saying this, but it does run like crap on a Series X, and that shouldn't be the case. Nintendo sues Pal World, of course, because it was Pokemon with guns. It's kind of funny because on various podcasts I was listening to and various forums and Facebook posts, a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, Nintendo, they're such assholes. Here they go again, suing people for no reason. Just leave them alone, you know." And I'm like, they completely ripped off Pokemon. They ripped it off and threw guns in there. People are acting like it wasn't a complete ripoff. Like, it's hard to hide it. Now, I think they're going to come at them with patent stuff to make it stick a lot better, but this is crazy. Like, that people are defending, people are saying that Nintendo's the bad guy here. Because, like, whatever, play Pal World. Who cares? You know, I think in the end, like, people shouldn't get their creativity stifled, but if you rip somebody off and then come along to collect, maybe not shut you down, but come along and say you are ripping us off, so you deserve we deserve a certain percentage of your profit. Don't bitch about it if you stole their fucking idea. So gamers are the worst, man. Like when it comes to understanding legal stuff. Like I don't know a goddamn thing about legal stuff, but if you steal from somebody, you should have to pay them the money back. Period. Like I don't care about the details. And people want to just like be Care Bears about, you know, just, oh, Nintendo's always suing everybody. Um, Apparently, Quest, the Meta Quest is discontinuing a few of their headsets. The 120 gigabyte 3, the Quest 2, and the Quest Pro. I'm frustrated because I bought the 128 gigabyte 3 for too much money, and now they've discounted everything, and what they're keeping around is also discounted, which is the Quest 3, and then they'll have this 3S. I think it's already out now. The 3S for less money. I mean, buy a Quest because I'm lonely out there. I need people to play with, but like, fuck, it sucks. Like, it's so frustrating when I spend a lot of money on something and then like they go, oh well, we're not gonna respect the investment you made. Which give me like a year or two of Quest Plus for free or something. Like even on sale, it wasn't. It was too much money. So yeah, I'm kind of annoyed about that. Um, I've been following this Halo group on Facebook, and it's funny because Christians have been making cheeky memes on there, just like having Master Chief and his and various Halo characters at the Last Supper, and Jesus wearing the Master Chief armor, and just making all kinds of religious posts. And it's really funny watching people get mad and they don't see the comedy in it. I'm a former Christian. I think it's hilarious. I say keep it up. Um, it's just it's great stuff. Find that Halo group on Facebook if you can. Um, I saw a video. Some naked guy. So go to I meme therefore I am on Twitter. It is at I am meme for 9/27/24 at 9:04 a.m. They posted a video of a naked guy getting into an SUV and wrecking it into another vehicle, flipping this vehicle over. It's a wild vehicle. The world's just gone full crazy. There's so many psychopaths out there, including naked ones. What the fuck? What is wrong with the world? I burned up everything in my notes. I burnt up everything in my notes because I'm trying not to do a video that lingers. Um, who is in the chat? Is anyone in the chat? God damn, I gotta take a leak. BRB guys, BRB. Bear with me for 5 seconds. I need to use the restroom. out of things to talk about, guys. Definitely running out of things to talk about. You know, guys, I'm going to call it because it is running. Well, we're not really running late. We haven't even been going that long. How long have we even been going? Of course, don't tell me here. Freaking. Frick you, you freaking thing. 57 minutes. Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it. It's been fun. I just had to rush through all this crap. Meeting my parents today. So thanks for watching, everybody.